Hi, everybody. You might be wondering what the heck is Studio Big, and that's because it's not a public-facing name. Until right now, you guys get to see it first. Anytime you see Studio Big in a press release or on accident on a exhibit, floor plan, anything like that, it just means that it's Office Dog, Z-Man, and Unexpected Games. We're a little team that works together to bring all of the titles from these three studios together for you. And I'm Krystal. I'm the marketing manager for the studios with some help from Josh Bepler back there. Josh, give us a wave. He's the heart and blood of Unexpected Games, so anything from there you will see him. We are going to go through each of the studios one by one. I want to tell you a little bit about what they are. Some of them, like one Office Dog, is one that you may not have spent a lot of time with because we released our first games last year. Office Dog is Asmodee North America's experimental studio. We take in community game designs and make them a reality and add them to the Asmodee portfolio. You may have seen some of our games. Our first title last year was actually from a Canadian designer. That was Word Traveler. Hopefully you carried it in your store. Has a fabulous table presence, though I know the boxes could be better. But we did our best. And then obviously the hit River of Gold came out last year. It took the world by storm. Most people don't even know what L5R is. And if they didn't care because the game is actually just super good. If you haven't seen it, beautiful gold board. I didn't bring it this year. I don't know why. I should have. But please look at it. It's really beautiful, and it is back in stock. I don't know if that's 100% true for Canada. I'm going to be honest.
It is.
Slay. Okay, love that. So I love that this is true. The English version now has the Dice Tower Seal of Excellence on it because that was a cool little achievement we got for that game. The French version does not. I don't know why. I don't make all the decisions. But you will see that on your shelves as well. And then, of course, the Fellowship of the Ring trick-taking game has been nominated for, 4 Golden Geeks, which is sweet, nominated for an Origins Award. If you haven't played it, I do have that this weekend, and it's pretty quick, so feel free to come find me. Let's play a game. I really like that. But I do want to lead you into some of the stuff that we have upcoming, because this is old news. Starting with Crafting the Cosmos. Play. Okay. That is honestly more epic than it has any right to be, in my opinion. But this is Crafting the Cosmos. It's our most recent release. It released largely in March, but it had a fractured release, unfortunately. Turns out the logistics issues weren't just a COVID thing. They continue to happen. But we will, I believe that the French release happened in Canada already, but English is coming in May. I will let you know, though, as the marketing manager, I'm continuing to have reviews and paid content and all of that ads pushing through May as well. So if you are getting the English inventory later, worry not. I'm on your side. I'm working on it. I'm making sure that there's still visibility and hype when this comes to your store as well. If you have not seen it in person, it's pretty cool. It's honestly my favorite game in our catalog, and I'm not just saying that. It was the first one I got to play test, and my love for it shows, I think. You will see some reviews that say that it's fiddly. That's because there's a lot of components, and to be honest, it is. And I think that that's an upside for a lot of gamers that like components like me. Even with these nails, I love a challenge. I love to try and figure out how I'm going to move that proto-life. But come over to our booth, I guess, our tables, and give it a look. I'm not going to be doing plays at the demo table because it's quite a long game, but you can definitely touch it, and I can talk all about it for you. Oh, if you guys have any questions, I'm not doing a Q&A at the end, so you should just raise your hand and ask them. I meant to say that earlier. Yeah, just feel free. Anyway, it's a higher price point, but this genuinely feels like a Kickstarter game that goes straight to your retail store. So nobody has to wait. They can just pick it up right now. Next, we're hopping into The Hobbit There and Back Again, which was our announcement yesterday. By the way, if you like the animation, I can give you the contact to our animator. He's fabulous. This is The Hobbit There and Back Again. There's not a lot of information out for it yet because we did announce it yesterday. It is a Reiner Knizia title. It'll be coming out in time for holiday this fall, and it's at that beautiful $30-ish price point. I don't know it. Don't ask me questions about tariffs. I have no idea. But $30. It is fully replayable and story-driven. There are 8 parts, so it kind of, on the surface, seems like it's going to be a campaign-style game. I've never played them in order, so you guys will have to let me know how it plays in order, because I don't know. I've only played it out of order, and it plays super beautifully. It's basically having 8 games in one that have some overlap in the way that the dice are drafted, but otherwise each map actually has its own path to winning and kind of puzzly mechanic to it. Reiner Knizia, obviously famous mathematician, his mathness really comes into this game. Yes?
Would it be possible for us who have video displays in store to be able to get copies of those ads to be able to, or those motion graphics to be able to run them on our TVs to advertise your games first?
Of course, that's literally what they're for. So my goal when I'm creating marketing asset packages for our games is to create stuff that not only our distributor partners are able to use to get people excited on social media and their own customers, but I really love it when that's extended to the retailer community too. And if for any reason you don't feel like you have access to it, you can always email marketing at Office Dog Games, Z-Man Games, Unexpected Games, whichever games, and ask us for that, and we're more than happy to provide it to you. That said, that video is not going to be available until May 19th is the day it'll air. You guys got to see it first. No one else has seen it. Yes?
You use a pen to play the game, so it's a limited time, the number of times you can play. Is there expansions?
So no, it's actually, you know those like children's books that when a really young child gets a book and it's that like thick cardboard? It's kind of those. So it's dry erase. It comes with dry erase markers. You'll draw on it, and then it wipes away. So it's fully replayable, no wasted bits, no need to recycle. It's all there. Any other questions? You can come by the booth and see it too. Unfortunately, I'm not allowing people to play our copy this week because it's the only one I have, and I need to take some pictures. That way you guys have some beautiful lifestyles to share as well. All right, carrying on. That is what we have for Office Dog at this time, but feel free to follow us on all the things and keep up to date with what's going on. You can also, I didn't include it on here, but marketing at officedoggames.com. That's me and Josh. Message us. We love it. Speaking of Josh and Unexpected Games, Unexpected Games was established as Corey Konieska's brainchild studio. As some of you may know, he did retire this year, leaving Josh as his successor. Just because Corey's gone does not mean the games are fully ending. There's a few in the pipeline that I'm not going to get to show you or tell you about today, but just know that you still have a little bit of time for Unexpected Games. Looking back at the last year, we released 3,000 Scoundrels Double or Nothing, which is the expansion for 3,000 Scoundrels, and The Mandalorian Adventures, which is available now, both of these. Boop, boop. Which, The Mandalorian Adventures is important one because you're gonna wanna have it in stock when this hits shelves. That is as epic as it deserves to be. That, I'm not gonna lie, that was the first time I watched that. So good job, Josh. that really rocked. And same thing, Josh will make that available for your guys' stores as well. I think that'd be really popping on retail televisions. But I'm gonna see if I can do this justice for Josh. The Mandalorian Adventure Clan of Two will be releasing this summer in June. It is going to have a pre-release at UK Games Expo, which I know isn't super relevant to what y'all got going on, but if you happen to be at UK Games Expo, come play it with us. It's going to be there. Some things to note about the expansion: there are 4 new characters, 4 new maps, and some new challenges. Josh and Corey did put some new mechanics into this game. That way it doesn't feel samey. I know that there are some expansions of games that you're like, oh, yay, new content, but like it literally plays the same. You're not going to get that vibe here. It's going to be kind of like Wingspan expansions where it adds just like a little kick of something else. You're going to feel that same vibe here. Continues to be cooperative, super fun, super accessible for your customers who, they're really into Star Wars, but they're not quite ready for that like Imperial Assault vibe or like miniatures games. We can get them into Star Wars this way. And that's what Unexpected Games has for you this year. Same thing, like, follow, subscribe. I don't know, I think it's funny. I'm not a YouTuber, but I feel like it right now. And then the last one that we're gonna go into is Z-Man Games. This is kind of our iterative studio, so it takes loved classics from the Z-Man portfolio and just kind of expands them into new properties, new audiences, that kind of thing. As you can see with Love Letter. Last year we launched Love Letter Bridgerton, which I don't know if any of y'all are Bridgerton fans, but the team did a really fabulous job at matching up characters with the classic Love Letter abilities. Like, it was pretty cool, actually. That one I came into, I had nothing to do with it. I just walked in, it was there. And then, of course, Arkham Horror Lovecraft Letter. Lovecraft Letter was the #1 requested reprint from the Love Letter catalog. People were like, when's this coming back? I want Lovecraft Letter. Help, please, I want it. And we're like, yeah, absolutely. Except, why don't we collaborate with all of our awesome Asmodee studios, FFG, Edge, Equinox, ? And bring Drowned City into Lovecraft Letter. So you'll see some of the same art from the Drowned City in Lovecraft Letter. If you haven't played it already, you can come play it with me. I have that this weekend as well. Actually, that's not true. The copy I have is missing Cthulhu. I don't want to talk about it. But you can look at it if you want. You just can't see Cthulhu. And then lastly, Love Letter, the Eco Box. This is actually a this year release. I know the 2024 recap is a little bit of a lie, but the Eco Box is literally Love Letter. It's just less single-use plastics. It's gonna bookshelf beautifully on collector's shelves. The game is exactly the same. The components are exactly the same. Anybody who loves Love Letter may just want the box to make it look nice on their shelf. I don't know about you. I'm not a huge fan of bag games. Bag games, to be clear. I didn't say bad. I don't want a bag. I want a box. So that's gonna hit for me. But continuing with the Love Letter iterations, we have Stitch, the mission for the fix for 626. It went through a couple name changes. Give me a sec. It is releasing in time for holiday. The French version looks just a little bit different. It's gonna have the cards featured on the front as well, but otherwise the cute little packaging with the ears sticking out is gonna be the same across the board. If you wanna touch those ears, I have them. Come by, touch them, look at it. It's really cute. We are kind of expanding Love Letter into a more family-friendly direction. excluding Lovecraft Letter, obviously. But this is our first of some other ideas that hopefully I get to share with you next year, where we're including a cute little plush bag that everything is stored in. It comes with a carabiner kind of like pull thing, so you can like have it on the go. You can make it into a purse. The ideas are limitless. But yeah, it's very good. Now, moving into a slightly darker tone from Stitch. Somehow still less epic than The Mandalorian Adventures Clan of Two. But welcome to The Fate of the Fellowship. This is releasing this summer as well. It will be pre-releasing at UK Games Expo as well, where Matt Leacock is going to come do a signing and hang out and do plays with influencers and stuff. I'm very excited about that. This is a pandemic game. You'll note that it doesn't say it on the front of the box. That was a marketing decision. I don't know. Some people, for some reason, have a weird feeling about the word pandemic. So while the brand recognition is still very much there for the core gamers, we want to make it more welcoming to people who are just into the license, who might be interested in trying something out. You know, a Middle-earth game. It literally takes you through the canonic journey of the Fellowship. But you can also get a little wild and do whatever you want. It literally, the fate of the Fellowship is in your hands. It is deeply replayable. It is hard. If anybody played it with Rodney last night, raise your hand. Tragic. I bet they had a really great time, but I didn't get to see it happen because I was watching people sing karaoke. But the dice tower that you saw in the video is a part of the game. It sits about 11 inches or 20 centimeters. I don't know conversions.
Is the island ticular?
One more time.
Is the island ticular? Like, does it, like...
No, it's not. But it does still kind of look like it's looking at you. Yeah. Yeah, in the video, our animator, once again, lovely person, made it look a little bit cooler than it does on the table, but it's still very cool. And I'm excited for you guys to see it. It'll be set up too. Follows a lot of the same vibes as Pandemic typically does. It's fully cooperative. You're trying to race time to eliminate all the things. That way you can win. But there's like 23 objectives that you can kind of mix and match and play through your plays. So every game isn't the same. You're not always trying to do the same stuff. You know, in one of them you might be trying to defeat the Balrog, and in another one you might not. But if you are trying to defeat the Balrog and you happen to have picked this up at your local game store, which is what I'm telling people, then they can get a Hobby Next promo of Gandalf the White. And it doesn't change the gameplay at all. It's literally just a character card and a meeple that looks like Gandalf the White. And it's very cool, especially for fans of the franchise that are like, oh my God, this is the moment. Because I don't know about y'all, but I remember the first time I watched The Lord of the Rings when Gandalf came back as Gandalf the White, and I was just like, it was just like that. But that is Fate of the Fellowship. Does anybody have questions about this one? I've done enough good on the internet that you already know about it. I love that. Okay. Well, that's Z-Man. That's what we got going on right now. Like, follow, subscribe, like I said. Same thing, marketing at zmangames.com gets you to me if you have any other questions. But otherwise, I really appreciate it. You guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming to the expo. This is genuinely my favorite show of the year because I get to hang out with you. So come say hi.